15 out of 15 today. That is beautiful. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you can all be here. Um, I've got some. Hey, Debbie. I've got some really bad coffee. It's called Infusio. It is just the worst, but it's coffee, supposedly, and I had some, so I think I'm ready. We're going to be talking about something that you guys hear often if you pay attention to the media. And when you listen to people like Ben Shapiro debating, you'll or someone like um, oh, his name just slipped my mind all of a sudden. He is a black man that is basically a self-loathing black man. He hates black people. He's a huge Trump supporter. He calls him the Great White Hope. Um, he calls Donald Trump the Great White Hope, and he's a black guy. I can't remember the guy's name. But, when you hear people, him interviewing somebody, Jesse Lee Peterson is the guy's name. It just popped in my head. When you hear Jesse Lee Peterson interviewing somebody, very often you'll hear as a response to the things that him or someone like Ben Shapiro or someone like Candace Owens or someone like Steven Crowder will often say, or hard bastard. The United States is not systemically racist. People will ask them, "Don't you believe that the United States is systemically racist?" And those people and everybody that's a Republican will look you right in the eye and say that you're a liar. And they'll say the United States is not systemically racist, and they won't ask you for examples. They'll just say, "No, it's not," because Barack Obama was president of the United States. And that is literally, that little anecdote is what they seize on to say, well, since we allowed a black man to become president, that proves. It proves. Well, we allowed a black man to fight in the United States military. Did that mean that we weren't racist back then? Give me 1 second. No one ever calls this early. Oh, except my mom. Hello? Hi, I just started my show. What did I say why I called you? Oh, yeah, it was up like seconds later. It was just down it was a weird little glitch. And psh, that's what my whole thing was about yesterday. My whole show was about that. You should watch the show. It's good. In defense of Dave Chappelle and his jokes, he bashed everybody. He didn't just bash trans people. Why aren't the trans people defending the Jews that he bashed, or the Asians that he bashed, or the black people that he bashed, or the white people that... No, I'm just telling you my argument. I'm just saying that's what my argument was. I was like, he bashed everybody. So, because I actually went and I watched the... So just so you know, that is an unfounded walkout. I want you to know that. But now you know my opinion. Okay. All right. If you agree with me, I'll cut my beard off faster. I'm joking. That was a joke. I told you a joke. I don't expect it. I'll tell you when you agree with me. No, I'm joking. I'll cut it off right now. Cut it off on the show right now. She agreed with me because I'm gonna make the I'm gonna make it into something that someone can buy from me. I'm making a braid, and what's that? Uh, No, a single braid, and it's gonna be an NFT, a non fungible token that I will auction off at, and it will give it a value, and it will forever be an NFT for Nave's Garden. So, which means, well, it's a product that somebody buys to support you. Um, and in this case, we're going to auction it off for charity. So, and then that thing will have some worth, to whoever has it. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, all I need to do is get the bands, and I'll buy some black bands. Just. Oh no, that's okay. I mean, I know how to braid. It's it's three lines. One goes in between the other two, and then back. Then you reverse it. It's easy. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. I got it. I will do that. Yeah. So I'll get on Amazon and buy some of those little bands. I've got hair ties, but I don't want to use hair ties. I want rubber bands. Yeah. Yeah. Those hair ties, they over time they stretch out. You know. I want something that's going to stay on there forever. I know, but even so, these things suck. These hair tie bands, they have no elasticity to them. I used them a couple times, and they're no good. Yeah, I know. That's what I want to use. The little tiny rubber bands. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. Small size. All right. Well, let me go back to my show. I love you. Tell Steve I love him. Okay. All right. Bye bye. I'm sorry, guys. That was unexpected. Let me refresh the chat. Let me just say hi. Debbie, Don, Nick, Philip, and Andrew. Hello. Is that it? 5 people? This is going to be a huge show. I mean, okay, there's 5 people that want to hear about systemic racism in the United States. Um, oh, okay, there's 12 people here. But only 5 of you are saying something in the chat. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, Jacob, if you're interested in hearing about systemic racism in the United States or watching me prove that it exists, right now, press 1 in my chat if that's something that interests you. Systemic racism in the country that most of us live in. 2 people just left because I said that. Oh, Jacob and Debbie. Okay. And Nick. Oh, thank you. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Andrew, thank you. You want to hear about systemic racism in the United States of America? You understand what that means? I'll explain it to you. Systemic racism means racism. Everybody knows what racism is. That's built in to your government. It's built into your social structure. So let's just look up the definition really quick. Systemic racism definition. It doesn't want to tell you what it is. Isn't that funny? Institutional racism, also known as systemic racism, is a term that refers to a form of racism that is embedded in the laws and regulations of a society or an organization. It manifests as discrimination in areas such as criminal justice, employment, housing. You know, like when Donald Trump puts a little mark on a black person's housing application. That kind of thing. Which he did. Anybody that wants to question that, you can go look that up on Google right now. That literally is the racist kind of shit that your dear former president of the United States did when he was a businessman doing so well with business. You know, he's such a great businessman. You guys were so impressed he's a great businessman. Well, in his business, he was a racist. Just so you know. That's if you were supporting that guy, that's who you're supporting. And in my book, when you support a racist, you're a racist too. Period. And you can't weasel out of it. There's a lot of people around there who like to walk around that. You're not going to be able to. Not with me. So, it manifests as discrimination. Okay, great. So, how can I prove to you that racism is built into the system and that it's embedded in the laws and regulations of our society? That's systemic, right? Well, have you guys ever heard of unwritten laws? Have you ever heard of unwritten rules? Have you ever heard of a code? Have you ever heard of racial profiling? Is that something you're familiar with? Does anybody know what racial profiling is? That's where a police officer is driving down the road and he sees somebody that's Hispanic or black or Asian or something other than white, and he decides to pull them over just to do a welfare check on them, just to make sure everything's okay. We're going to have an interaction with that person. Just going to interact with them, make sure everything's cool, make sure they have the papers. Racial profiling. Stop and frisk. Hey man, let me ask you a question. Do you think that a clean-cut white woman gets stopped and frisked in New York City? You know, she's wearing one of those fucking Hillary Clinton fucking pantsuits, and she's got a briefcase, and she's got professional hair and nails and makeup, and she's white, and she's walking down the street in New York City. You think police officers gonna walk up to her and ask to see her identification and pat her down? Chicago, LA, Detroit, you know, name any fucking city, Kansas City, it doesn't matter, Orlando, Miami. Ryan Lee loves Candace Owens. Hey, yo, Ryan Lee, why don't you tell everybody here in my chat why you love Candace Owens? We'll start there. That's a great place to start, I think. Why would you love someone who denies that there's systemic racism against her own color skin publicly? Why would you love her? Hey Ryan, let me guess. Ryan Lee, you don't like black people too much, do you, Ryan Lee? But you like her. You see, Ryan, are you one of those people that say black people kill more black people than white people do? Are you one of those people, Ryan Lee? Let me know. You love Candace Owens. Let's get down to the bottom of that. I'd like to find out what makes you tick. Where you're getting love for Candace Owens from. Let's find out. Almost like anybody that says I love Donald Trump. I'd be taking the same line of communication with them. Got pulled over in my buddy's 79 Cutlass for no light on the license plate. Straight bullshit. Light was on. Piglet just saw two Mexican Americans in a classic car heading home. Huh. They'll pull you over for anything, bro. You were racially profiled. You are the evidence that America is systemically racism, Enoch. You're the evidence. Hey, man, you know who never gets pulled over for anything random? Me. White face, white hands, white beard. I'm a white guy. I'm evidence that America is systemically racist as well. I never get pulled over. I see police all the time. They don't even give me a second look. Long hair, beard and all. Hey, cannabis related clothing all the time. They don't care. They don't even think about me. I'm not even on their radar. I'm not even within their fucking blinder sight. You know, I'm way outside their fucking purview. And so are you if you're a white person. You, 4Dub, you take Uber just because you got tired of being pulled over? 4Dub, I'm sorry, man. Are you a person of color? I can't tell from your avatar. I'm sorry. Let me try to make the page bigger so I can see your face. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You could very well be. I'm assuming you're either black or Hispanic, bro. I can't tell from your picture because you got a hoodie on. All I see is your hand in your face. It's kind of bright behind you. But they don't like your look, huh? They don't like the color of your skin? 4Dub, I want to hear from you. Because this is exactly... Now, look. We brought up racial profiling. Some of my audience members have been racially profiled. 4Dub has been racially profiled. Enoch has been racially profiled. There's only a few people in here watching, guys. And if 2 people in my audience have been racially profiled, it's systemic. It's systemic. It's happening all over the country. I just pulled 2 randoms that just said, hey, I've been racially profiled. Now, 4Dub, it's okay if you don't want to talk to me. I'm not hearing back from you. If anybody else like 4Dub or Enoch has ever been racially profiled in the United States of America, let me know about it. But, we were talking about racial profiling. We're saying, that's basically evidence that we're systemically racist here in this country. But I digress, because, surprise, that's not what I'm going to prove to you. That's not what I'm going to use to prove to you that this country is systemically racist. Okay? Institutional racism. My mom's house was shot up by an off-duty officer that wants to kill my black brother for dating his little sister. Okay, that's Mr. Truth Seeker. Okay, that's more personal. That's not systemic. That's more anecdotal and personal. But okay, I feel you, and that's wrong. And I hope that guy's in prison now. And that's racism for sure. But more anecdotal. That was more of a personal thing. Just doing this. I mean, I'm sure that guy's got a whole record, a whole history of abuses along racist lines. I'm sure. Because he's a police officer and he's a racist. So there you go. Actually, Truth Seeker, I'm going to go ahead and use that. That's good. You're right. Now, right there, Truth Seeker says there's a police officer that shot up his mom's house and I can't believe this, wanted to kill his black brother for dating his little sister. Yeah, that's good. He's a police officer. Way to go, Truth Seeker. I agree. Yeah, that helps prove my point. I've been stopped and checked for crack just because I'm walking down the street. Drewski, are you a person of color? I had no idea. I don't know who you people are. If I can't see you, why I take Uber. I haven't drove a car in a long time and don't miss it. Right, 4Dub? Nope, he's still an officer. What? Same guy that hung a noose from my tree when I was in high school. I'm also a POC. I don't know what a POC is. Hey, Philip. Anyhow, I'm losing some of my audience, guys. I don't know why people would leave this. We haven't even started yet. Don't leave. Please, stay. Let me at least get to the story, okay? Before you guys walk out. Oh, Drewski, you're Hispanic? I got you, bro. That helps to know this. In this story, it helps. Okay, because I don't know. So I've been stopped and checked for crack just because I'm walking down the street. That's 3 people who've been... Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm sorry, man. I just got a little overcome by sadness, man. Actually. I'm too sad to be angry. I'm so sorry that you guys have to deal with this bullshit. I have no idea what that's like. I don't know what it's like to be bullied by a police officer. They look at a white person and they respect you, man. They know that you probably have access to legal representation. You probably got money. And if they fuck up, you're going to take them down. They know that. White people have more power in this country. So they treat you with more respect. You know, a white person, they ask if they know the reason why they pulled them over. A black person, they tell them why they pulled them over. That's systemic racism right there. It happened to you for meth and you're clean cut looking for, Dub? I'm so glad you guys are speaking out, man. Does it feel good? You got a forum now where people are going to hear you and hear your voices about this shit. I don't know if you guys ever had this before, man, where you actually had a forum where you could talk about the abuses that police have done to you guys. But let's put it out there and let's encourage it. And let's remember that all of you guys are human beings and deserve this equal protection under the law that every single other human being deserves, no matter the color of their skin. And this is insanity. Like I said, I got to feed my kitty cat right now. Don't go. I'm going to play you this video. In fact, I'll start the video while I'm feeding the cat. Listen to this news story now that we've got a good basis for all of you to understand where this is all coming from. Phil, I don't hate the police officer either. I have a lot of family members in the service. Lights are coming out in the grow. Beautiful. It's after 7:10. I should have had the thing up, but but this is way more important than watching the light come on in my grow. I was harassed by a black state trooper in Michigan. Phil. But just sad we get pulled over for bullshit we have nothing to do with. Yeah, the first time I've talked about it outside my family. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll be here taking Dad. All right, hold on. Let me just feed the cat. He's staring at me. And that cat stares at me, man. I only have a few minutes to respond. He's going to come over and start harassing me. No, I know you love me. I know you love me. I've got to feed you. You love me. All right. I didn't start the video. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Here's the video.
ACLU and an attorney for the family says the 10-year-old black girl's rights were violated when she was detained and questioned without her mom, then handcuffed and brought to jail without being charged with a crime.
I mean, that's just straight up.
Look, now I want to go ahead and I just want to stop the video right here so you guys are all caught up with what's going on here. What she said was a 10-year-old girl was arrested and brought to jail. That's what she just said. And I want you to listen to this again.
The ACLU and an attorney for the family says the 10-year-old black girl's rights were violated when she was detained and questioned without her mom, then handcuffed and brought to jail without being charged with a crime.
I mean, that's just straight up.
I'm going to repeat this again. It was a 10-year-old black girl in Hawaii that got arrested and taken to jail. Now, you must be thinking, man, she must have beat the shit out of that other chick, dude. This little 10-year-old, she must be UFC trained. She's got to be a fucking ninja. This girl, she's a monster. You know, they had to arrest her. They probably put handcuffs on her. You're just imagining, you know. And then they questioned her, and then they took her to jail. You guys want to see what she did, what she's guilty of doing? This is what the monster did, the little 10-year-old monster.
Wrong, and there's nothing that condones or justifies that.
The girl identified as NB, who has ADHD, participated in drawing an offensive sketch of another Honolulu elementary school student.
She drew a picture of another girl. She drew a picture because she felt like the other girl was picking on her, so she drew an ugly picture of that girl to make fun of her. And now they send the police in to arrest her 10-year-old child ass and take her to jail for drawing a picture. You know, I used to do that too when I was 10 years old. I used to draw nasty pictures, man, and I'd get in trouble. You know, but my white ass never saw fucking police officers at the fucking school front door coming in to fucking arrest me for it. Ever. We're taking steps backwards, folks. Backwards. You know? You're going to arrest a girl for drawing a picture in a school. You got to ask yourself, well, why would the police officers have felt that that was appropriate to arrest a 10-year-old girl? Systemic racism. Institutional racism. I keep forgetting the word institutional. I'm cheating. I'm looking over it. Institutional racism. It doesn't have to be a written law. It doesn't have to be scribed on the fucking wall or on the fucking 10 Commandments. All it has to be is an unspoken feeling. Yeah, you send me an application. Oh, you're a black family. I'm gonna check off you and set you to the side. There's no law that said Donald Trump had to do that, but it's systemic. It's in the system. It's built in. And people like Donald Trump end up becoming president of the United States so they can further the reach of the racism, so they can impose more horror on like this 10-year-old child. People like Joe Biden become president so they can impose their racist bullshit on people. You know, they play it off and they lie right to your face about it, but it's systemic. You know, let me explain something about it systemic. You know, gray mold is systemic. We get it in cannabis plants, and it's a horrible thing, right? The thing about it is, it's fucking sneaky, man. Once you got it, you can't do anything about it because it travels through the system of the plant blindly. It's there, and it's underlying, and you don't know it's there until it bubbles up to the surface like a fucking zit, like a cyst of hate, right? And that's what racism is. And it boils up, and then, oh, now we're aware of it, but it's too late. It's already in the system. It's already baked into the cake, and there's no getting it out. You're not going to unbake the racism that's in this system. All you can do is say, hey, man, don't eat that fucking cake. And that's what I'm telling y'all. It's here. It ain't going anywhere. Don't support assholes like Donald Trump, man. Don't support racists like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Boebert or any of these, you know, or this douchebag, you know, this Cinema or Manchin or, you know, Joe Biden. Don't say you stand with Joe Biden. You know, don't say you like Kamala Harris. All of these motherfuckers are guilty of this system of racism. They're peddling the fucking bicycle, guys. There's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on the bicycle built for two. And both of them just pedaling away, just fucking peddling out all that fucking systemic racism, and they're just ignoring it. Dude, they're fucking ignoring what's going on in Texas, what's happening to women. You think they care about black people? Hey, now that Kamala Harris is vice president of the United States, you think she gives a fuck about black people? She gives about as much a fuck about black people as Candace Owens does. And where's that fucker that said they like Candace Owens before? Where's that motherfucker? Oh, I like Candace Owens. Who was that? Who was that said, I like Candace Owens? Who was that? Who likes Candace Owens? Who was that? I'm really curious. Yeah, Ryan Lee. Hey, Ryan Lee. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny, Ryan Lee, a Candace Owens supporter, doesn't have the balls to stick up for her. That's how much you love her. You won't even stick up for her. She's a real self-loather, man. You know? Hates herself and hates anyone that looks like her. And she's willing to throw everybody under the bus to make a buck on your backs. Yeah, you like that? You know, it just proves my point that you had nothing to say after you said you liked her. And I called you on it, and you had nothing to say back to me. Not a peep. Systemic racism, man. And people like that support these systemic racists, they're in the system too, man. To go out on a podcast like this and say, oh, I love Candace Owens. Yeah, you're in the system. You're part of the problem. You're the fucking gray mold that's traveling up and down the stalk of that cannabis tree. You know, and then Candace Owens, she's that fucking mold that comes out the top of the bud. And by then it's too late because the whole inside of the bud already has it all throughout it. And you're not going to be able to smoke any of it. It literally just crumbles into powder in your fingers. If you've never experienced that, you better hope you never do, man. It's the worst thing in the world. It makes spider mites look like a fucking Sunday afternoon in the park, man. It's like, you're like, oh, hi, spider mites. Oh, hi. You guys are nothing. Gray mold, that's systemic racism, bro. You know? I got 27 seconds into this video. I literally got 27 seconds. It's a 3-minute video, guys, and I totally proved my point. Does anybody disagree with me that America suffers from systemic racism? Does anybody disagree with me in the chat? Now, there's only 14 of you, and I got to say, to the people who have left the show because you disagree with me, you don't... The reason why you left instead of arguing is because you know I'm right, and you didn't even try. No one is here to stick up for the Candace Owens or the Ben Shapiros. No one's here to stick up for the Donald Trumps or the Joe Bidens or the Republicans, the entire Republican Party. And I'm not going to blame the entire Democratic Party because they're not like that. They're not anywhere near like the Republican Party. Now, every single blue waiver is, and if you're a stand with Biden, you are. And if you support Kamala Harris, you are. But you don't have to be a Democrat and support them. So if you can walk away from those two cunts, I got a lot more love for you. We're just keeping it real here, man, just like Dave Chappelle did. We're keeping it real. And if you guys appreciate the honesty, you can handle someone telling you the truth to your face, then tell more people about this show. Get more people to come in here. Get on Twitter, and tweet it out to folks and tell them that I'm live right now and they should come join the party. We haven't even smoked any cannabis yet. You agree, but you want to bang her? You hate her, but you want to bang her? That's funny. It's a love-hate relationship. They always leave when they hear something they don't agree with. Systemic racism is perpetuated by the politicians. Keeping it real. That's what we do here, folks. We keep it real. There's a lot of people, they can't deal with it. They just, it's like, oh, it's not fun. I'm not having fun listening to him. It's so sad. Oh, it's brutal honesty, man. It's the system that you live underneath, and they've got their thumbs on you solidly. You have very little say in all of this. But I have a little bit of a platform, and there's, every once in a while there's 20 or 30 people watching the show. And if you want people to hear the fact that you have been bullied by police in the United States of America, well, then I give you a small platform here to start with, and maybe you guys could lift me up and get me to another platform to where I could get your voices heard even louder by more people. You guys could work at that for me. You guys can produce for the show. It's really simple. You want to be a producer? You want to be a Nays Garden producer? We've already got a few. Share the video around on social media. Help me out when I'm doing segments like this. Fact-checking me. Fact-checking the people that I'm calling out. Or just checking facts on whatever it is we're talking about. Bringing up topics to discuss. But most importantly, getting more people to come here to the show and tell them why you love this show. Hey, man, Trendy Nays live. Not just he's live and you got to come and see the show. Trendy Nays live. He's telling us the truth. He makes more sense than anybody else. And all the other people on the internet that are making sense most of the time, when they're not making sense, we know that we can go to Nay and he will fucking fill in all of the gaps that all these other people are dropping the balls on. And they are. Jimmy Dore drops the ball when it comes to when it comes to whether it's being administered properly or not. He dropped the ball on that shit. Russell Brand drops the ball. I love these guys. But Russell Brand, he drops the ball when he talks about, cosmic vibrations and energies. You're an idiot. And I'll call you on your bullshit. We'll keep it real here. And the masses can go flock to Jimmy Dore, which I appreciate. They can go flock to Russell Brand, which, not so much, but, he's a pretty face. And get entertained that way and completely ignore this show like YouTube wants you to. Like Facebook wants you to. Like Twitter wants you to. And then you're doing the bidding of the artificial intelligentsia. You are, when you choose not to watch the show. You're doing the bidding of the artificial intelligentsia. Don't let yourself get offended. I stayed, Dave Chappelle said some offensive shit in that. He said some offensive shit. I didn't let myself get offended. Don't let yourself get offended. That's all. Put on your troll armor. All right? Increase your bubble. Power up your force fields. And if you can sit through the slight abuses that you might hear, you're going to get closer to the truth than you've ever been before on this show. And you guys can help. You guys can help by fact-checking me and fact-checking the people that I'm calling out and fact-checking the narrative. Always. You guys can participate. You can be an active member of the show. Phil says bottom of the hour. Yeah, let's smoke. I haven't smoked yet. You stand with Nay. Oh, you stand with Nay. That's funny. Governor Snyder removed black elected officials and put emergency managers in their place. That led to the Flint water crisis. Really? I didn't know that. I knew he was responsible, but I didn't know how. That's just by using systemic racism to do it. He made the system racist, basically. He molded it into his racist beliefs and achieved exactly what they wanted. They wanted to kill black people with poison water. It's horrible. Big 101 says, I sit here and talk a lot of shit. Big 101, yes I do. I sit here and I talk a lot of shit. I'm the first one to admit that. What else you got? Tweeted about the show, hopefully. Is there something you disagree with, Big 101? You want to have a debate? Take on me, take on Nay. Take Nay on, take Nay on. I'll be Nay. I can't sing that high. What a great song. That's fucking like a 7-octave range that guy's got. Take on. He's just showing off. That singer's just showing off in that show and that song. Good morning, Phil. Dave is a comedian. That's what they do. People need to relearn how to take a joke. Phil Lady, right? I mean, we're becoming very, very, very sensitive, aren't we? Thanks for your words of knowledge. Thank you, Karen. All right, Philip, take Nay on. Take Nay on. Take on Nay. All right. You're going to take on Nay, man. You're taking on a lot. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is a tism for all. Cheers, everybody. Bottom of the hour. Do, according to Phil, I believe. Patience. Oh, shit. That's the bowl that had the concentrate in it from last night. Oh. I didn't know until it was too late. Oh my god. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I needed a warm-up hit first. Thank you, Leaves of Grass 100. I love it. I love it. While I'm this fucked up, dude, I'm going to put that on Twitter. Hey, Leaves of Grass, follow me on Twitter. At Days Garden on Twitter. It's tweeted. It's tweeted. Hey, Nate, sorry to be off topic, but I haven't stopped through in a while, and I just wanted to say 8+ years ago I started hanging out and blazing fat bowls, listening to your rants. Hashtag training forever. Fuck yeah! That's the kind of off-topic shit I love. Fuck you. Look at this. Dude. That's The Shining. Oh, that's The Shining right there. Hey, Leaves of Grass, I've also got 24 channels on YouTube, bro. Most of them are called At Nate's Garden. My whole body is sweating right now. Body sweat. Psst. That's my bulletproof vest right there. Woo! That bong hit was the best thing going. Woo! Fucking A. Dude, what do you guys think about Harvey Keitel blasting fucking two cops sitting in their car? Just fucking full on. Pow, 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 pow. One of the greatest fucking scenes of all time. It's right there. That's the scene. Literally. I mean, that's even better than watching the cops fucking take the fucking rounds. Is this. Just that. The lack of concern. The lack of any feeling at all towards what's on the other side of that gun. And that face, that's the face of a fucking killer. That's a fucking monster right there. You know, he doesn't think about their kids, their wives, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins, their fucking anybody. Their neighbors, the people whose lives those police officers saved. Nothing. None of that's entering his mind. He's like, I'm killing you, you're a threat to me. It's like Terminator, bro. It's like the human version of Terminator. Sarah Connor. What a great movie. If you guys haven't seen Reservoir Dogs, it is fucking hardcore. Look, some people can't handle that kind of violence. It is one of the most violent movies. It's actually, you know what? For me, it's not, because of the way it was filmed and the type of violence and all that shit. For me, it's really not. To me, there's way more violent movies out there. But for you, there's so much blood. And if the look of blood bothers you, yeah, don't watch this movie. But if you can handle a bunch of fucking blood everywhere, it's the greatest fucking movie, I think. It is a goddamn... Hey man, you guys ever smoked crack before? You know, just think of the thing that you've ever done in your life that fucking made your heart beat faster than anything else ever. You know, it's like you'll be clenching your fists, you know, or standing up, you know, getting out of your seat, watching this motherfucker. And I've seen this movie, I don't know how many times I've watched it. But it never gets old from start to finish. I it's almost like I want to memorize every line in the movie, you know? Mark Zuckerberg is trending. Natural Born Killers is insane. Yeah, dude, I love the movie Natural Born Killers. I named my gaming clan Natural Born Killers, NBK. I love that movie. But, you know, they were more just like dumb people in a bad situation. You know, they portrayed that the characters were portrayed as really low IQ. And these guys are like trying to overthink everything. You know, they're all up in their heads. And in Natural Born Killers, it feels good to kill people. It just feels good. You know, they're living it. He's not living it at all. He's like, this is something I gotta do. Bah, 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 bah. No emotion. They're Natural Born Killers, total emotion killers. They're literally orgasming while they're killing people. You know, they're so into it. And that's crazy when you think about it. That there's literally that total difference, a vast difference between people who murder other people. Some people like it, and some people just do it because it's their job. They don't necessarily like it. That's what they chose to do, and they're fucking good at it. Imagine that. There's people who've murdered, and there's people who've killed, people who've murdered for the mob, people who've done contract killing, and all sorts of things. All over the planet, throughout history, that never got caught. They made people disappear. The bodies were never found, and you don't, dude. What happened to the fucking mob boss dude whose body disappeared? Jimmy Hoffa. And who did that? And they got away with it. Who shot? I could start going through all kinds of murders where hey man, they never found the killer. A lot of killers, man. People kill. Look at that Brian Laundrie dude. And then he got killed. How do you guys think Brian Laundrie got killed? What do you think the cause of death was on Brian Laundrie? Now, I said that it was strangulation. His girlfriend. I said it before it happened. Sure enough, it was strangulation. I nail all that kinds of shit. Always. I'm pretty good. How do you think Brian Laundrie died, guys? I'm going to say... I'm going to say he shot himself. I'm going to say he killed himself. Maybe he didn't shoot himself, but I think he committed suicide. Hung himself? No. I don't know if he hung himself. Because they found him in a watery area, right? So the water had covered up his body. They didn't see it. And then when the water started drying up, they found him, right? That's the story I heard. So, okay, if he hung himself, a bear would have had to come through there and drag his body down. That's totally possible. That is, it's totally possible. Ate poison. I think he took his own life. Yeah, I think he killed himself, man. Yeah, you're out in the woods, and you're wanted. You're one of the most wanted people on the planet. You can't go anywhere because your face is all over the internet. And he knows that. And he goes out there, he just fucking loses his mind, he's going crazy, and he can't go back. He's running out of resources, and he's realizing he can't survive. He's having a hard time surviving, he's getting weaker, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if he killed himself. You guys all think he killed himself because he's a coward, yeah? Dave? Thought he was going to live a life in the woods. I don't think he thought that at all. I think he thought he was going to just be able to wait it out, wait for everything to calm down. When did they confirm it's his body? I don't know that they've confirmed that that's his body. They said that his notebook and his backpack or whatever, his things were found near the body. I'm just doing this, people. I'm just doing this. I'm going to go ahead and say it was him. And a coroner should be able to determine that it's him, I'm sure. Just by, even if they've got a few bones, just by telling the size of the bone and the age of the bones, they can do that. And be like, this person isn't over 40 years old, His parents are waiting for coroner confirmation. Bubble says coward. Look at Debbie over on the YouTube. I'm impressed, Debbie. You guys are all subscribed to the main channel on YouTube now? That's great. Look at all the YouTubers, man. It's all YouTube right now. Look right here. It's all YouTube. YouTube. The tip of the location. Dude, that coffee was the fucking worst coffee I've just about ever had in my entire life. It tasted like pencils. Nobody's coffee tastes like pencils anymore, pal. What are you even talking about? Pencil. Is there anything going on in the world? Do we want to see why oh. Well, that's trending? Jesus fucking Christ. So there's nothing going on. I'm craving normal coffee right now. You said you're picky about yours? And FJB. I don't know what that means. He's still out there? Josh, you're silly. Josh, you need to... You ever heard of Occam's razor, bro? Let's look that one up. Occam's razor definition. Occam's. Occam's razor. OCCAM. Occam. Or OCHAM. It's OCCAM. Or the principle of entities should not be multiplied beyond necessity. The simplest explanation is usually the best one. Josh, live by Occam's razor, bro. Start doing this and stop being a fucking rabbit holer. Seriously, bro. Learn Occam's razor. Just when you're dealing with just normal everyday shit. The simplest explanation is usually the best one. Almost always. Yeah, Colin Powell died. He had a medical condition put him at risk. Dude, we just talked about Brian Laundrie for the last 10 minutes, and Karen McDonald chimes in and says, Nay, what's going on with the Brian Laundrie case? What? Where have you been for the last 10 minutes? The simplest explanation is usually the best one. Yes, OCCAMS. OCCAMS. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is usually the best one. And you know what would be funny? Is to talk to I forgot his name, but rev up your engines mechanic on YouTube, and I would bet that he would say, "No, you don't use Occam's razor when you're talking about a car, when you're troubleshooting a car." it's never the simplest explanation when you're trying to troubleshoot a car. He's like, yeah, you'll look at the simplest one. No, it's not that. It only takes a second to check the simplest problem, and it's not that. Scotty Kilmer, thanks, guys. Ugh. Rev up your engines! Hey, y'all knew it. Hey, you guys are great. Scotty Kilmer. Do I think the parents of Brian are guilty? Well, they obstructed justice. They're guilty of obstructing justice. I think they assisted him. You know, they're not guilty of the murder. Scotty Kilmer, rev up your engines! Hey everybody, Scotty Kilmer here. He's great. But I have a feeling that when you're troubleshooting a car, man, it's never the fucking simplest explanation. I hear a ringing. Let me mute my computer really fast. Huh. I still hear it. Sounds like ooh. Ooh. I wonder if that's like one of my monitors like up against my computer, and it's like the fan is spinning in the computer and it's hitting like a resonant frequency in oh, it's not coming from the speakers at all. What the fuck is that noise? Not the subwoofer. I think one of my fans. You guys hear it? It's coming from the computer. It was! That's exactly what it was! I moved the monitor and it touched, it's the base of it is touching the... I bumped. It went away, but it came back. It's the weirdest... What the fuck is that noise? That incessant noise. Oh. Oh. Wait. No, it's not the monitor itself. I turned it off. Dude, when I end the show, I'll turn the computer off. Maybe it's the speed the fan's running at. I think I have control over that. Actually. I have control over the speed the fan's running at. I think. need to go down there and check the trikes again at some point. Could it be that all of these strains, none of them go amber? Is that a possibility? Yeah, animals sent off the sensors. Fuck yeah, they do, man. Dude, spiders, hornets, birds. My cat, my dog, Mark. The wind, the rain, an airplane flying over, a helicopter flying over. It depends on where you have the sensitivity, because it's got two triggers. It's got motion and sound. So if it hears a plane like a car pulling up, it'll sound the alarm. No, it's you can make it less sensitive if you want. You can turn off the sound trigger so it's just visual. You got all kinds of controls over it. You could, you paint the area that, like right where the plants are, where they're moving. I don't have it on right there. Everywhere around the plant. It's like kind of like Mission Impossible, with those lasers, and you gotta like weave around it, kind of like the Pick of Destiny. You remember how they had to get through there? Luckily, they were well trained. I wonder if I bang the table if the fucking sound will stop. I'd laugh and I'd laugh and I'd laugh. Whatever. Fucking A, man. You guys want to hear the rest of the story?
In response to being bullied.
The next day, a parent of one of the kids who received this drawing was very upset and essentially demanded that they call the police.
We asked to see the drawing, but were denied.
We don't want it to be about the drawing. This is about a 10-year-old girl, black girl, who was arrested. There was no reason to believe that she was violent. She didn't bring any weapons to school. She didn't make any explicit threats to anyone.
Tamara Taylor, the girl's mother, was called to campus. She says officers told her that they were negotiating with the parent about the matter involving her daughter and that she wasn't allowed to speak with her.
NB should have been allowed to be with her parent, who was sequestered in another room in the same school at that very time as police officers were interrogating 10-year-old NB.
Taylor says she was not allowed to leave the room and did not know that at the time her daughter was being handcuffed and taken by patrol car to the Pearl City police station.
The HPD followed the proper protocol, but we must remember that the DOE is the complainant in this situation. They're the ones that called HPD. HPD must act on the complaint levied by the school, and that's why the child was taken.
No. You act on the complaint, and then you say, okay, well, there's nothing we can do here, and you leave. You don't arrest a 10-year-old, you idiots, for drawing a picture. You idiots. You fucking idiots. Fucking dumb pig bitches.
Into technical custody, to the station, then released to her parents.
Based on comments by the officers that day, the ACLU says they believe she was brought to the station because she wasn't taking the situation seriously after she made a comment wondering what jail would be like.
And for the consequence to be getting handcuffed because you expressed yourself in a way that maybe you didn't realize offended someone or harmed someone else, that is not the solution.
The ACLU demands the DOE and HPD adopt policies like forbidding staff to call police unless imminent threat of significant harm is presented, and to consult with the school counselor before calling. They also want it mandatory for a parent or guardian to be present when a minor is being questioned.
Right? These kind of things should happen and we get resolved at the school level because, again, the pipeline to prison is not a good methodology. Absent an actual threat, the school should try and work out maybe a better way, a better path for the child.
Dude, it was a picture that she drew. Jesus fucking Christ, these people, man.
DOE has said it does not have a comment in response to the letter. HPD says it's working with city attorneys to address the...
This is where censorship is gone. We're talking about censorship. This little 10-year-old girl was censored by people who are so fragile with whatever that they call the police over a drawing that a 10-year-old girl made. And it wasn't a threatening note saying we're going to do this to you or anything like that. I made crazy drawings when I was a kid, man.
The allegations. The city and state have until November 8th to respond to the ACLU. Jelani Martinez, Hawaii News Now.
Dude, there should be 1 million people outside that fucking police station fucking demanding the fucking badges of these guys. Right now. You guys. So now we're talking about not only systemic racism, but we're not only talking about systemic racism, but we're talking about censorship across the board. And if they don't like what you say, if they don't like what you write or draw, they call the police, and the police say, hey, we don't like that either. We're going to take you to jail. 10-year-old girl that did absolutely nothing violent or said anything violent, that drew a picture. Not only that, we're going to violate your rights as a child. We're going to separate your mom when she's here. Not let her be with you, as they said the law stated. You guys heard that, right? Were you guys keeping up with that part? Here. Listen to this part.
The ACLU demands the DOE and HPD adopt policies like forbidding staff to call police unless imminent threat of significant harm is presented, and to consult with the school counselor before calling. They also want it mandatory for a parent or guardian to be present when a minor is being questioned.
So that's what the ACLU is demanding of Hawaii. And you got to be wondering, why isn't that the standard? Hey, Billy, what's up, buddy? How's it going, bro? What you got going on? Doesn't go off the rails for that experience. And there goes Bitcoin. What did it do? What did Bitcoin do? Dude. What's going on? What's going on? $63.5. Okay, yeah. No, it's okay. 63.5 is fine. Don't scare me. 62.8 is the bottom. We're still 1,000 above that. 62.8. That was how long ago? It was so about an hour ago. That was about an hour ago. It hit 62,872. Mexican mummy all night. Now gotta go do that Muppet. Go do the Muppet, man. I got Muppet mouth, man. I've had Muppet mouth all morning. This stuff gives you Muppet mouth, bro. Well, I did that, guys. I got so high when I hit that first hit after I coughed and coughed and coughed. I sweated, and I don't even remember the show, guys. I'm sitting here just trying to get through this. Well, I think we heard everything, right? We went back, we listened to. Oh yeah, what I thought was the law there. It wasn't the law. It's what the ACLU is demanding that they have. And I'm just saying it's a shock that it's not like that already. All right, we're good. Everybody's good there? We've got systemic racism. Let's talk about critical race theory next. So, for one, it's really stupid that somebody decides to call history, which all it is history, critical race theory. It's not. But they call it critical race theory because, you know, they want to draw attention to it. Critical race theory is a body of legal scholarship and an academic movement of U.S. civil rights scholars and activists who seek to critically examine the intersection of race and U.S. law and to challenge mainstream American liberal approaches to racial justice. What did we just do on my show, everybody? You need a posable life-size animal doll, or will Rogan destroy it? No, Rogan won't destroy it. He's good. A life-size animal. But I don't need a life-size, posable life-size animal doll. You're funny. I mean, what animal would it be? And to what purpose would this posable animal be? A deer to put in the yard to attract other deer. What did we just do on the show? We just practiced critical race theory, didn't we? We pointed out in the United States where we have systemic racism, and we have evidence of that. Many of you in the chat were more than willing to speak up and say, I've been racially profiled. Well, you, my friends, are part of the body of evidence that people who practice critical race theory, you know, talking about reality, what happens, are guilty of doing. So all of you should be support of critical race theory, and we should implore them to stop calling it that and just say, hey, you want to talk about history? Let's talk about history. Yeah, is there systemic racism? Is that what you want to talk about? Let's talk about it. You know, we don't have to call it critical race theory. You know, we literally just did a whole hour show talking about that very subject without even mentioning critical race theory. Isn't that funny? And yet, that's exactly what we did. We pointed out evidence, and you guys stood as literal evidence in the conversation when you said, I've been profiled by the police. I've been pulled over. I was walking and got patted down. Many of you guys are the body of evidence that supports critical race theory. There's no need to call it that. It's just history. It's just abuse. It's, you know, it's systemic racism. It's institutionalized racism. I didn't have to look that time. So, anytime you guys hear the term critical race theory, you should support it. You should support it in schools. Now you understand what it is. It's just people exposing the abuses of systemic racism in this country. Now, if you're a white person and you've ever been abused by the police, you could join those people. You know? You've suffered the same injustices. And I think there's a lot of people out there who could say they haven't. You know? There's a lot of women out there who say, you know, a lot of police officers have asked them for their phone number after they pulled them over. I wonder how many times that's happened. Has anybody ever heard of that happening before? Has anybody actually had an anecdotal story of somebody that got pulled over and the police officer literally asked them for their phone number? Press 1 in my live chat. If you can do that, press 1 in my live chat if you know an anecdotal story of someone you know that either knows someone or it happened to you, or you know someone that ever got pulled over by a police officer and the police officer asked a woman for her phone number. Lyman says, let's go Bitcoin. Am I the only one? Wow. Oh, 4Dub, thank you. I was like, man, I'm the only one that knows of this happening to a woman. There's all kinds of corruption, you know, and we're evidence of it. And if we are allowed to talk about it, we can expose it. And I was speeding for sure. Witness race for sure. Pulled over in my Camaro for speeding, but was let go when Wilbur and Cletus saw I was white male wearing gold rings. Not even kidding. That's what I'm saying, Billy. I've been pulled over by police officers many times for breaking the law. And they let me go. Have a nice day. Give me a warning. And I say most police officers don't even give me a second look. Critical. Lyman Paranormal. They caught a few that raped some. Yeah, Steve. They did. There's some bad apples out there, huh? Let's see what else we got. I've got news stories. Facebook, don't change your name. Change your CEO opinion. That's funny. So, yeah, Facebook's going to change their name, huh? Yeah, when you turn gray. I look like every heavy equipment operator in this county, bro. You know? I look like a neighbor to all of them, to all the police. I look just like any other dude out here. The guy that before I had equipment came out here and did work for me, he looked just like me, bro. Long hair and a ponytail. Had a beard. Hey, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Just doing this. Where's Josh G at? Josh. You see that? He's caught. I had my skepticism. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him, man. I mean, how many more people are going to be out there fucking dying in the woods right now at this time? Huh. 5 of Kristen Cinema's advisors, what's her name, Kristen, are resigning, calling her one of the principal obstacles of progress. She's an idiot. So somebody was unmasked on a subway. Oh no, the guy had a mask on and the officers didn't have their masks on. And they removed him forcibly off the subway. That's what's up. You're rude. Cat meows at me. Meow. Meow. What's up, rude boy? What's up? Coming here with all your dirt. You need a grooming, bro. I'm gonna take you to a fucking groomer. You're a freaking mess. Fucking outside cat. They say there's a video, but then they don't show it. Oh, sponsored content. I don't want that. Fuck that shit. Fucking CNN with their stupid sponsored content links. Take you off their site. They'll change the cunt. Yeah, they probably will. Yeah, fucking look at Bitcoin. Dropping. Dropping a lot right now. Even Ethereum is down. Now, that's terrible that Ethereum is down because it's supposed to pump when Bitcoin is dropping or going laterally. So, it was all the way up at 4,200. The high was 4,374, actually, up to 4,374, and now it's all the way back to 4,075. So, I wonder what kind of a recovery. We'll see how strong Bitcoin is, guys. It just hit a new low. 63.2. No. Okay. 62,872. Right back here. Okay. 62,872. It was over an hour ago. So, we're just kind of going back and forth. Did they find any teeth? I don't know. That's a good question. You know, we gotta wait for the results. You know, it's Florida, man. They're freaking slow over there, and they're assholes too. So, there doesn't seem okay. There's a reverse wedge. This is crazy. This fucking wedge is crazy. If I could draw a line here, I'd show you all, but if if you go from here across and here down here across like this, it gets wider. It's like it's going like this, and then it's getting bigger, and then it's getting bigger. That's an unsustainable pattern. That's about any pattern you learn in these things. They don't last forever. So what this means is we're about to see a breakout. So it looks like it's breaking upwards right now. That might not be, this might not be the one though. So let's just see what it does. Bitcoin is totally behaving differently now. But that is definitely an opening wedge pattern. You can definitely see it. Easy to spot. It's a triangle going downwards. It's getting bigger as it goes down. Now, if I was Carl the Moon, I would know that a downward, getting larger wedge, I would probably know whether that is going to go up or down. But oftentimes he'll say, well, this cannot sustain and it will break out, and he won't know whether it's going to go up or down. What's up, Adam? So I'm looking most at volume underneath, which is very important to try to decide what it's, try to figure out what it's going to do. Just because I'm interested in it, not trying to do anything. Just keeping my my hodling going on. If trading, I guess it is a buy at the moment. I would go to ratios and see what it says, then sell when it hits the top. Adam, I would go to ratios. Let's do it. Let's go to ratios and see what ratios says. Ratios on YouTube, guys. R-A-I, like raisin, R-A-I-S-H-I-Z. Just, they've got some music playing. You can mute the music. I'll let you hear it for a little bit. Okay, so Ratios right now is saying to sell. Ratios right now is on a sell, but his chart looks way different than ours. I'm on 1 minute. He's on a 15-minute chart, so let's go to his 15-minute chart. Let's go to 15 minutes, right? Okay. So this should look more like his now. That's Ethereum. I don't really want to block out Ethereum. But Ratios, the way Ratios works, bro, is they'll give you markers on screen. Now, Ratios isn't 100% correct, man, but it's a good algorithm. Okay? It's pretty accurate. I've used it before, but some people have used it and not been as lucky with it. But the green marker says buy, that's when you buy in, and the red marker says sell. And if you were trading Bitcoin or Ethereum, he does 4 cryptos free all day. He also sells this so you can use it out. Use this algorithm on any crypto. What the fuck's going on down there? It's the top. Right, so right now he says sell. It's sell right now. When that goes, when we get liquidated on more shorts. There's a, it looks like it's forming a J. Let me see, can I make this a little more clear? If I go to 480, 480 might help it. If the music's bothering you, I can turn the music off. It's kind of not bothering me, actually. So his Bitcoin price is coming in at 63.5, and ours is coming in at 63.1. So there's a difference in his monitoring and ours. You don't mind the music? Cool. Hey Adam, I got new speakers on my desktop. Listen to this shit. It's funny, they got record player static in the background on one of those sounds. Isn't that cool, man? Yeah, I got new speakers. I'm all happy about it. $50 for those speakers, bro. $50 Logitech's on Amazon. Look at this giant drop. Look at it dropping, bro. Billy. There it goes. Billy. Billy, it went down beneath where it was before. 60 was it? Did it? Yeah, it's the new low, guys. 62,070. And it's dropping quick. Let's see if he's gonna give a buy marker, because that candlestick bounced way up. He's using Binance. Okay, we're using Coinbase Pro. Let's switch to Binance. We should get the exact same. We should get the exact same chart as him, and yeah, Binance. Okay. Very similar. Very similar. Yeah. We're basically charting identically to Rach's on the 15-minute chart. It will reverse soon. It can go down. They said it can go down as low as 57, man. Dude, I bought some $64,000 Bitcoin the other day, guys. That means if it goes down to 57, I'll buy some more. I'll buy some more Bitcoin. Probably whatever I can afford, as long as I can keep enough money in the bank to be comfortable. I'll put the rest on Bitcoin if it goes down to 57. You know, you got to back the dip out and look at it. So, you know, it was less than 24 hours. It was down to 61,322. Well, no, 61,322 isn't the 24 hours. Yeah. Is this more than 24 hours? I think it's showing me more than 20. Oh, yeah, because we're in the 15-minute markers now. Okay, my bad. So, but yesterday it was at 61,322. So that's good to be able to go back and see that. But now we can actually visualize this dip and see if it's going to dip down lower than 61. So point of resistance will be 61,322. Okay? 61,322. funny. He doesn't show the yellow markers on his. I like the yellow and purple markers. There's a chat going on there too. People are always talking shit on there. It's great. Yeah, I'm not buying anything right now, man. I'm just sitting here. I got some cash just sitting in the bank. I think I could buy some. I don't know how much is in it. I just purchased some SNX, SYN, I mean. SNX, I mean. Synthetics, SNX. He could easily make it tolerable. You don't like the music? Yeah, I don't know. It's his style, bro. It's got like a Asian thing going on, you know. I kind of feel like I'm sitting in a Chinese restaurant, just eating some fucking badass food. It's nice. I like the vibe. Asian elevator. Shut it off. There you go. I don't mind it. I like sitting here listening to the music, waiting for that fucking buy symbol to come on. But remember, that buy, those buys and sells, that's only for trading, really. It's not for to buy in, you know, when you're trying to increase your amount of Bitcoin holdings. You want to back out for that, you know. If you want to find out where those dips are supposed to be, wait for 57 if that's going to come, you know. If it goes down to 57, bro, everybody's going to start buying it. It's going to be because everyone like me is going to want to buy more. Everyone's just sitting around waiting. That's what's going to pump it up to 100,000 by December or more. I was watching Crypto Lark this morning, man. It's exciting. An incense shop in a shopping mall in 2013, right? Or any monastery probably around here. 62.6, guys. It's bouncing up a little bit. It bounced right off of 62,000. There was a massive buy. Look at the volume. Big amount of volume there. Yeah, 250. I would too, Adam, or more. That's why I tell people you're not missing out if you haven't bought Bitcoin yet. It's not too late. It's never too late to hold Bitcoin. But okay, there's a reflection here. Let's see what Ethereum does. It's all the way down to 4046. We've got Ethereum on the 1 minute chart. Huh. I remember I was thinking about this earlier today. I was looking at the charts. I was like, man, I remember when I used to look at this and have no idea what I was looking at. You know, it just looked like all this information and data, and I was like, I didn't know how to really use it. or what I was looking at, you know. And still there's things on there that I don't know. This says 24.9k Bitcoin slash 1.63 billion USD. I don't know what that means. Over there it says 331k Ethereum slash 1.38 billion USD. And now it just went to 330, now 331 Ethereum. 331, 330. So I don't know what that number means. Then there's the buys and the sells. I don't know the 100. It says 100 BP. I don't know what that means. I drank a glass of sweet tea and I puked everywhere. Do not indulge your sweet tooth. Our stomachs are not used to it anymore. Right? I don't, bro. I use Equal, man. I had that shitty coffee this morning. I had one packet of Equal in it. It was horrible. The Equal made it almost tolerable. Worst fucking coffee I've had. It tastes like pencils. This is not the crypto crash. It looked so good this morning. No, Patrick, it might go all the way down to 57. Don't worry about it if it does. It's natural, man. It's just going to bounce up. Don't worry about it. Just buy more. If it goes to 57, buy more. You guys want a little bit of technical analysis? Here, let me get you some. Let me get you the latest technical analysis from some of my favorite podcasters. Let's go to Carl the Moon. Carl the Moon. Carl the Moon. Five hours ago. Okay. 5 hours ago. Here's a little technical analysis for you guys.
Video, and look at this. The Bitcoin price just had a nice little double bottom breakout here, and big shout outs to all of you who took this trade, because over on Twitter, literally right here before the breakout, I made a tweet showing you guys that this is a fantastic trade opportunity. Let me show you this tweet. Here you see I made a tweet more than 1 hour ago. Double bottom on the 15-minute time frame. Target is 66.3. This was when Bitcoin was down at 65,000, and then we saw the breakout. You can see it was the double bottom, then we saw a breakout, and then right here you can see that just an hour later, a little bit more than 1 hour, we met the target exactly as I predicted. And if you want to get my next big trade setup, make sure to go and follow me on Twitter. I have the link down below. And more importantly, when you go to Twitter, make sure to go and press the notification bell at the top of my profile, so you get notifications of my tweets when I tweet. So yeah, this trade was absolutely perfectly successful, and I made a trade right here, and I am still in this trade. Let me show you this. Here you can see over on Prime XBT, this is the position. I opened it up down at 65,000 before the breakout, and right now I'm already 0.2 Bitcoin in profits, as the price is currently skyrocketing exactly as I predicted. And guys, if you also want to trade on Prime XBT, you have the link down below. You get 50% deposit bonus whenever you sign up and make your initial deposit with my deposit.
You guys realize that right now what he said to do was buy in. Now it's dropped way under where those people bought it. You see that? We're looking at it. He told them, he said, yeah, buy it now. But he didn't say make sure you sell it off before it starts dropping, right? He's showing belly and balls.
Deposit voucher code. You have the voucher code down below. And look at this. I also have this Bitcoin position right now. 3.5 Bitcoin in profits. And also my Ethereum.
Josh G, that's a great question. When you guys are holding crypto in your crypto accounts, do you get paid in cash? Do you get paid in USD? Do you get paid in crypto? All of these different places that offer you this, they usually give you choices as to how you can accept it. You know, if you get it as Ethereum, if you get it as Bitcoin, if you get it as, it just increases the amount of interest return you'll get, unless you reach a, like, let's say you put a whole Bitcoin in one of these things. If you go over 1 Bitcoin, it might lower your interest rate. I don't know how that works. Or everything over a Bitcoin should be at a lower interest rate that you get, but I'm not sure. I'm still waiting to find out about that.
Ethereum position over on Prime XBT is skyrocketing right now. 0.8 Bitcoin in profits currently, as Ethereum is breaking out exactly as I told you guys for a few days now. And I'm gonna go into the Ethereum chart in just 1 minute because it's skyrocketing. And I also made a tweet just 30 minutes ago, or like 1 hour ago, telling you guys that I'm adding 500,000. I just put in another $500,000 in my Ethereum position, and ever since I did this, we got another breakout to the upside. I'm getting very close to breaking above all-time highs, as you can see.
You know what's funny? He told everybody to buy at 64,000. Remember, I bought a whole bunch of $64,000 Bitcoin. That's funny.
Here, so my Ethereum position is right now worth $1.5 million, and I'm already $150,000 in a profit here on this position. And I also have this $1 million Bitcoin position over on Bybit right now, also skyrocketing $200,000 in profits. And if you scroll down below this video, you can click my Bybit link and you can claim $3,500 in bonus if you click.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking at Bitcoin. It's at 63,000. I know it's going to 70. So if I buy some Bitcoin right now, I know that it's going to go up $7,000 in value on the whole. I won't get a whole Bitcoin. I'm just saying, I'd make some money right now, even if I bought it right now at 63.
This link, and then you can use this bonus to make profits over on this platform if you are an experienced trader. And then you have Phoenix, of course, and also Prime XBT. All of the links are down below, and on Prime XBT you need this voucher code. And I'm also still in this Phoenix position, $1.1 million, and right now racking up $50,000
wait.
in profits. So
I don't know if it works the same way, guys, on the 15-minute chart like it does on the 1-minute chart. But there is a drop in value and volume, and they've matched up. That could mean Bitcoin is about to go straight up right now. There it goes. There's the yellow marker right when I said it. Oh! Is he going to put up a buy flag on ratios? How funny would that be if that popped up right when I said it? Buy. He's not saying to buy on ratios yet, though.
Now, I am making hundreds of thousands of dollars from these trades that I've been showing you guys, and big shout out to all of you. If you also put in these trades, then you are also racking in huge profits on these platforms, and I'm very happy to see that, guys. We are all getting rich together, which is a very, very cool thing. I'm so happy that we are all part of the Moon community, which is the most profitable by far community in the crypto space. It is very, very cool to see that. So make sure that you go down and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you didn't do that already, so you can catch my next big trade coming up any point in time. Alright, so what about Ethereum? Well, look at this. I told you guys, I told you that Ethereum was ready for a massive breakout. That's why I put in this massive $1.5 million Ethereum position. And look at this. We are absolutely skyrocketing right now. And Ethereum is right now trading at not
4.6 billion. You said you mean his net worth went from 4.6 million to 16 million? That I believe. I think you just said million. You don't mean billion, right?
$4,300. And like I said before, the target, or my target, is $4,600 for Ethereum. 4,600. So Ethereum could still go up another 7% here. So it's not too late to buy Ethereum. It's not too late to jump into a position here. We are still going to reach the target with a high degree of certainty, in my opinion. And I'm very, very happy that I was able to tell you about this this Ethereum long trade before it actually played out. Going over to the Bitcoin dominance, we can see that the dominance is getting a small pullback right here as Ethereum is breaking out. But I still believe that the dominance is generally going to go up and test this next
wrong.
line.
He was wrong.
So
he was wrong.
That's still gonna happen probably, but then we might see this or this play out, and that is what I'm gonna update you about whenever that happens.
Okay.
So,
it went down.
We just have
crashed.
to wait and see. But what I wanna know
That's what
about
I'm waiting for,
you
the
guys
update.
is how much money are you making right now? Probably you're making life-changing money because we are doing these crazy
doing
trades.
good.
But let me know right now down
Not
below.
life-changing.
What positions do you have open
But I'm
currently?
doing good.
How much money do you make on this position? How much profits? And what platform are you trading on? So maybe you can tell me down below. For example, I have a $100,000 profits over on Bybit. Let me know down below right now. And if you want to go...
Let's see what else comes up. New poll shows Kristen Sinema is screwed. Good. Good. They need to vote her ass out. Stupid fucking bitch. Cardano may shock everyone, huh? Really? What's Cardano doing? ADA? I haven't been watching it really. $2.17. It's 2.17 right now. Huh. You could buy a whole bunch of Cardano, man. That's an 11 minute video. Let's check it out. Because that's a cheap crypto, man.
Many people frustrated with Cardano. If you're one of those people, in this video I want to break down some very important historical Cardano charts that might change your mind. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. Let's jump into the Cardano video. Wow. Are you frustrated? Are you a frustrated Cardano holder out there right now? Because look at this daily chart.
No.
Are you serious?
I'm not,
look at
I'm
that
not
chart.
frustrated.
And then let me pivot over.
I just haven't
and
been
let me
watching
zoom
it.
in here on a Bitcoin daily chart. Bitcoin making moves, all-time high. Everybody just so...
I thought you had to wait for Bitcoin to go lateral or down before Cardano and all the other altcoins would start pumping. That's what I
bullish
thought.
on Bitcoin, and then Cardano daily chart. What is going on? First off, I'm not here to sell you on this bullish notion for Cardano. Though I'm bullish on Cardano, many of you know I'm not sitting here trying to do this video to hype it up, to make it seem so bullish.
Oops.
I am bullish, but I am here to track my crypto journey. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Find a financial advisor if that's what you're looking for.
I'm giving you financial advice. I don't care if this guy's a pussy and scared to say it. I'm giving you financial advice. I'm not scared to say it.
This is data. This is my crypto journey that I've just been tracking for years, and we have so much historical data that I'm going to go back in this video, revisit, because we've been here before, everybody. We've been here before. This frustration factor.
I mean, how the fuck are you going to tell everybody that Cardano is this awesome buy and this is why and blah blah blah, and then you're gonna preface that with this is not financial advice? You're a fucking liar. I mean, you just lie to someone's face with your stupid disclaimer. It's all you're doing is giving people financial advice. Coin Bureau. Of course, it's fucking financial advice.
Factor, especially in context to Bitcoin making moves while Cardano doing nothing but boring us on these charts. Let's start here before I even show you this historical context. Nothing's wrong with Cardano or any other altcoin right now. Bitcoin's doing its thing. This is normal and great for crypto. Just have to be patient. It's the name of the game. This really is it. It's just patience. And this is how cycles work.
He
The
gets
cycles of crypto.
2,400
Bitcoin
likes.
does its thing, and it's okay. It's actually good. It gives us indicators because this is the type of stuff that we've seen happen time and time again in crypto. Now, in relation to what's actually happening here, right? This sideways trading, there's the daily. Here's what it looks like on the 6 hour, just sideways. I want to show you something really cool. And it starts here on a Bitcoin chart. And I need to zoom out here to really give you an idea, illustrate for you what's happening. Now, let me zoom out. And real quick, I'm just going to chart a Fibonacci, a macro, the last bull market high to the bear market low of 2018. And we have just this green rectangle, the bull market doors. So let me get rid of that. It's that green rectangle we're talking about here. This is Bitcoin when it was breaking the bull market doors. This was October. Let's just take it from this breakout area, October 20th, just to kind of boom, that swing high, November 25th.
Right,
comes
and
back
then
down a
he's
little,
going to say
tests the bull
then it
market
went
doors,
lateral.
continues up, right? So really October 20th to November 25th. Let's call it that. October 20th, November 25th.
It went lateral and then it pumped.
Now, what I want to do, I want to go look at a weekly chart and start really kind of forming the story on the long term. What's happening with Cardano. And a lot of it has to do with what I've been talking about. Many of you probably sick of me talking about these green rectangles, but they're such good, just foundational pieces to the long-term story of Cardano. But we have these hard forks. You all know, Mary Hartfork. I'm sorry, Alonzo Hartfork, Mary Hartfork, and we have Sheldon. These consolidations after we talk about, we just have been ready for it and it's happening. But what if we dig into it? And what if we look into kind of the more micro story that's going on in these areas? And I want to talk about this area right here, October to November. Look at this, Cardano, sideways, in a very similar fashion to what is actually happening right now.
Right.
Now, the reason why that's so important is because at that time, as we just noted, Bitcoin was not sideways. Bitcoin was making moves. And we're talking about like really solid moves. I mean, this was Bitcoin not just seeing gains, but this was Bitcoin breaking a macro indicator. This green rectangle, the bull market doors. This was the beginning of the bull market. Bitcoin just separating from getting extension from the $10,000 area, approaching the $20,000 area. This was monumental for Bitcoin. People going crazy. We were tracking it. And at the same time, we were tracking Cardano. And there it is, consolidating, sideways. Cardano breaks, here's the title. Cardano breaks Cardano price breaks out, giving 8 a big target of 17 cents. 17 cent target we're talking about. Cardano at the time trading at 11 cents. November 20th, 2020. Bitcoin breaking through the bull market doors. Cardano getting ready to do its thing. And there it is. There's that breakout happening after consolidation while Bitcoin was doing this. And we can get a better glimpse
I
of
like
this.
his
Let me go to the
technical
daily chart.
analysis.
Let me go back. And here we are. This is Cardano. And let's go to October 20th. When Bitcoin made its start of that breakout. October 20th, Cardano actually going down on this daily chart, going down and then coming back up and just sideways consolidate.
Let's go back. Let's go to the end where he's going to say.
I really would. It would be awesome. Let's zoom it out. If I had to, if we had to visit the low dollar range to revisit the 50-week moving average, it's part of my game plan just to be long on Cardano because I think there's so much upside for this cryptocurrency. 500 billion alone, right around $15. Ethereum getting ready to break a $500 billion market cap. There's absolutely no reason why Cardano would not be able to do a similar thing in the future. And Ethereum, very, very likely to break $1 trillion market cap. Well, Cardano, in my opinion, just as likely to break $1 trillion market cap, just as likely, and that would be a $31 Cardano. So I'm not trying again to sell you on this bullish notion. I'm really not. But this is just kind of my perspective. I've maintained.
Dude, he said $31 Cardano. Fuck, dude. That's what I wanted to hear. What's his price prediction? Fucking $31 Cardano, guys. Holy shit. Cardano. Right now. ADA. Where is it? Is it on the list here? Is $2.17. Imagine that, man. Get $1,000 of Cardano at $2.17. And it goes up to $4. $5. You just made fucking $1,000. Now you got $2,000. That's a crazy prediction, man. You can watch his entire video. That is Crypto Capital Venture. He's got 310,000 subscribers. And the name of that video is Cardano May Shock Everyone. Why to be prepared for ADA. You can watch the whole video and listen to his technical analysis. And for $2.17, You know, you could spend $2,000, you know, and buy $2,000 of Cardano right now at $2.17. You know, if this is really what's going to happen, I would do a little bit more research than just what the one guy is saying, but it's worth looking into, isn't it? I'd at least go back and listen to why he says Cardano's going to do this. You know, go listen to his reasons for it. Anyway, love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I will see you guys this afternoon. Maybe around 2 or 3 o'clock. I don't know, maybe before. It's raining out, and it's going to be raining here for 10 days. And on Sunday, I'm going to get 4 inches of rain here. So, it's great. We need it. You know, the neighbors just tapped a well. Couldn't be better, man. You know, things are fantastic. We needed that. So, we really needed some rain, man, and we're getting it. Love you guys. Take care. See ya. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can share it around, man. I'll see you on Twitter at Nays Garden. And remember, Instagram and TikTok, it's Nays Garden Show. And I got 24 channels on YouTube, all called Nays Garden. Easy to find them. Just go to any YouTube search and type in Nays Garden in the search, and then go subscribe to all 24 of my channels, please. Please, especially the main channel, please. They just subtracted like 9 people from my main channel on YouTube. Right? Right? Nice, huh? Weird, huh? Isn't that weird? Isn't it weird? Isn't that weird how that just happened? It said for 30 days I had -1. For 30 days I had -1 subscriber. And then all of a sudden yesterday, when I got a few people to subscribe and get me back over 20, whatever the fuck, 25,600 or whatever, wherever it is, they subtracted 9 people right after that. Nice, huh? Nice. Hashtag keep it open, guys. Hell yeah, I appreciate those so much. But I love you guys, and I will see you guys later.